Positivity. I am in charge of my thoughts and I choose positivity. Positivity. Positive thoughts create positive outcomes. Positivity. I see challenges and opportunities to grow stronger. Challenges are opportunities to grow stronger. Positivity. My mindset shapes my reality. Today, I choose joy. I let go of any negativity and welcome peace. It's your choice. Choose positivity. I believe in my ability to create a happy life, and you can. Choose positivity. Every thought I think plants a seed of positivity. Gratitude fills my heart and brightens my perspective. Your perspective, positivity. I speak to myself with kindness and encouragement. Always positivity, especially for yourself. I focus on what I can control and I let go of the rest. You choose what you want to keep and what you want to let go. I suggest with George, choose positivity. Thank you very much.
I'd like to start my talk by first saying that I appreciate all of you, and I thank you for any kindness that you've shown me over the years. Before my mother passed 21 years ago this month, she spoke at her retirement celebration, and I remember her talking about how we all needed to be a little bit more kind to each other. Although I may feel that I fail at times, it certainly is my goal to be as kind as I can be. It's how I honor her memory. And I remind myself that as kind as I am, I can always be a little kinder. Being kind rarely costs us anything. It's an action we take for a word of encouragement, a small gesture to help make another person feel good. And it's these little acts of kindness that often renew our faith that there's a chance for humanity. How you interact with each other matters. And even if you don't agree, you can still do so in a respectful and kind way. Mean what you say, but don't be mean when you say it. The ability to have a conversation or debate with someone without letting it raise you to a state of anger takes practice, but it's achievable. When someone is yelling at you, take a breath, step back, and just let them. Let them act the fool while you use your voice of reason within you to respond or not respond. What others say or do is on them, but how you react to it is on you. Our world is very tense right now. Everyone is convinced they're right and the other person is wrong. Why can't we just politely agree to disagree? I recently told someone that I admire and respect that I'm glad that we don't always see eye to eye and that there's nothing wrong with it. Both of us are very passionate about our beliefs, and I think having differences of opinions can offer us different options. I hope we both walk away with something to think about, and I know that I respect her passion, and I believe she respects mine as well. Respect is also kindness. People don't have to be at each other's throats to get their points across. We may be adults, but we have more tantrums than toddlers. Let's learn how to use our adult voices in a mature way. It's okay to say, I hurt you by what you said, or I was hurt by what you said or did, but don't go to someone like a raging lunatic. Give them the opportunity to apologize if necessary, because maybe hurting you wasn't their objective at all. We can all misinterpret things and take them out of context depending on our own sensitivity. Past experiences can trigger us, even if it's not directly related to the situation at hand. We don't all have the perfect words in every moment of every day. We're bound to say or do something that will trigger someone else. But is it worth losing a friendship over? And if they're not a friend, then why waste your energy at all? Let them rant and say nothing, because your silence can never be misquoted. You can't change the mind of someone who doesn't want it changed. Some just want to prove that they're right. But at the very least, we can be civil to each other. Being civil means being courteous and polite. It's certainly a starting point. Being kind means being gentle, sympathetic, helpful, and compassionate, to take a moment that may offer pleasure or relief to another person. And we can always challenge ourselves to be even kinder. Sometimes we have to look outside of ourselves and see the world around you. Be kind and hold the door open. Be kinder and hold it open for the next 5 people. Be kind and hold the door open for an elderly person at the grocery store. Be kinder and help them load their car, their groceries. There are always ways to up your game in the kindness department. And when you do, you start to feel better about yourself and find that people are kinder to you. Offering a smile is kind. Offering a compliment to go with that is even kinder. So I'm going to ask you all just to take a minute, if you're willing, and just turn to somebody next to you and offer them a smile and give them a compliment, but try to give it something meaningful, not just, oh, you're pretty, or I like your shoes. Try to make it more specific and maybe something about them that you noticed. Steve and Deb, you can't do that with each other, so turn to somebody else. And on Zoom, if you want to do that in the chat, you're welcome to kind of send a chat message to somebody.
No, I can't.
All right, let's not get carried away with the compliments. Some of us will get big heads. So hopefully, hopefully that felt good, and hopefully you made somebody feel seen. Because sometimes in life, that's all we want, is for somebody to notice us, to notice the good in us, and to see us. And it costs us nothing. This only took seconds. And I didn't even ask you for money for doing it. So it's really just a small thing that you can do. And how did that make you feel? I know I just got compliments and it just warmed my heart. So hopefully you all felt a little touched by that. And sometimes it's okay, because not everybody receives compliments easily. And it does kind of put us out of our comfort zone a little bit. But the more you practice giving and receiving it, the more comfortable you'll be. And sometimes it's okay just to say, thank you, or I appreciate that you said that, or that you saw that, or noticed that. And that's enough. And I can stand here, of course, all day and give compliments in this space, but I won't, because time won't permit it. But I do appreciate all of you. And while you're handing out kindness and compliments, be sure to give yourself some as well. So I'll give you another example. And I'm going to call somebody out, and I know she's not going to like this because she's not the kind of person that likes attention. But Denise. No, Denise in the green shirt.
Is that being kind?
I just wanted to tell you that I feel that you are so kind, and it's very kind of you that you make all your delicious baked goods for us here at the center.
Yes.
But here's a but. It's even kinder that you make them gluten-free so everyone can enjoy them safely. Thank you. I personally appreciate it immensely.
And even kinder that many of them are chocolate.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely. Now imagine if we did more of that and complimented each other and complimented even a stranger, how it would make their day. Of course, it's going to improve their mood, even if just a little. And it doesn't cost you anything but a few moments of your time. So I want to give you some examples of some things that you might try in case this is new to you. I don't think it is, but in case. Compliment 3 people every day. Run errands for a neighbor, walk a friend's dog, leave a big tip for your server, and maybe even a thank you note. And I know Barb and I did this. We were out for lunch one day, and the waitress just seemed a little down, and we left her a big tip. And I said, Barb, do you have any paper? I want to write her a little note. I don't know how or why, but she was carrying note cards in her purse. And she put out a note card, and I proceeded to write this waitress a really lovely little note to try to cheer her up a little bit. And she took it. We didn't really see her reaction because we had left. But another day, Barb had gone in with another friend, and the same waitress went up to her and said, I remember you. And I still carry the card that you guys left.
Wow.
So it was just a small thing that took no time at all, but it made her day and inspired her so much that she continued to hold on to that card and carry it. So a small thing. Maybe send flowers to a friend going through a difficult time. I prefer live plants if you're going to send me anything. Um, Pick up groceries for an elderly person or a sick person, listen to a friend or even a stranger who's having a bad day, help someone with an undesirable chore. How yicky. If somebody's doing something that they don't enjoy, get in there and don't enjoy it with them. Donate to charity. Let someone get in front of you at the checkout line. Strike up a conversation with somebody standing in line with you. Offer your seat to someone who's standing or volunteer in your community, just to name a few. And I'm sure you can all come up with some of your own ideas. And what do acts of kindness do for the recipient? It improves their mood and happiness, reduces depression, stress, anxiety, and blood pressure, produces oxytocin, endorphins, and serotonin, combats loneliness, enhances social connections and self-esteem, encourages them to pay it forward, which is what we want, and renews their faith in humanity. Performing acts of kindness can produce a rippling effect, perhaps due to social conformity, whereas if the majority do something, the rest will follow because our brains crave synchronicity and find comfort in going with the flow. You may have seen videos of social experiments that prove this. You take a room full of actors, and they're all in a waiting room waiting for their appointment. A new unaware person comes into the room. The tone sounds, and when the tone sounds, all the actors stand up and then sit down. And the woman who just came in is kind of looking at them. After 3 minutes of this happening, the tone sounds, everyone stands up, sits down. Within 3 minutes, that woman, unaware of why that she's doing it, begins to stand up and sit down. She is conforming to what the majority are doing. And this goes on and on. Slowly, one by one, the actors are called out of the room. She's there alone. The tone goes off. She's still standing and sitting every time it goes off. Somebody new comes in that is also unaware. She's still doing this. The new person, after just a minute or two, it looks a little odd, like, why are we doing this? She says, I don't know. Everybody was doing it when I came in, so I'm still doing it. And he starts to do it as well. So it's just, and there's many examples and many experiments that have been done about social conformity. This is one of the reasons, and I do believe kindness falls into that. So another example would be just probably fashion trends or whatever's hot and new and latest, and we all have to have it and we all have to do it. It's all a simplified example of social conformity, but it is still. There can also be negative effects to this as well, unfortunately, because people will often follow someone, even if it's not for the greater good. And we see this amongst children a lot when somebody's being bullied and the bystanders do nothing, or they encourage it because they are afraid that if they don't, it will happen to them. So they don't say anything and they just allow it. It takes a lot of courage to call out the injustice because most people are uncomfortable with confrontation. Most people will turn a blind eye until it directly affects them. And there's a famous poem from the 50s by Martin Niemöller regarding complicity during the Holocaust. It goes, first they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak out. Standing up for others can also be an act of kindness. And know that kindness is contagious. It not only affects the recipient, but also anyone who witnessed the act. So even somebody standing near sees you do something kind, and they themselves may become kinder because of something that you did. It's called kindness contagion. And when people offer kindness to others, it also helps them to appreciate the kindness that's offered to them. In addition, people become more tolerant of others. Even young children who practice kindness in the classroom will take it outside of the classroom and practice it out in the world. It certainly should be a part of every classroom curriculum. As a group, we have the power to change, and it all starts with a simple act of kindness. Thank you for listening.